The story on life and death is one of the stories or the main attractions of what we call existence. What does a man go through when he dies? And how does he know his life was fulfilled? This question we will talk about as we look at Scarface, I Seen a Man Die. Is that the greatest story ever rhymed? We're going to talk about it now on Heritage Hip Hop. One of the greatest hip hop artists who ever lived released his classic album October 18th of 1994. Brad Jordan, aka Scarface, released the seminal classic album, The Diary. And on this album, the first single that was released was I Seen a Man Die. That song is about a man who gets out of jail for serving 7 years of prison. He comes out, he wants to start his life over. He's full of joy. He wants to put his life back together. He's free. And then life starts to hit him. And as he edges back into a world of crime, he robs somebody. And if you watch the music video, he robs somebody and there's blood on the money that he took from the robbery. And the man's looking at himself in the mirror with disgust because look what he did that or had to do to get some money. And he looks back at himself like, was this really worth it? That was verse 1 and verse 2. The culmination of the song is verse 3, where this man, in the visual, he's in the hospital. But the song's telling you that he robbed somebody and the people he robbed got revenge on him. And as he's in the hospital fighting to hold on to his last breath, he now sees that his actions in life have come back to get him. And he's fighting to survive only to ultimately breathe his last breath and to go on to the ether and meet the Most High or whatever God or thing that you believe in. See, this song is deep because this is what religion is based on. This is what morality is based on. And as strong as men are when it comes to fighting for their family, their ego, their respect, a man truly will shed his tears when he feels he's lost his world. Now, sure, you may see men cry over their children, definitely. You may see a man cry over his girl, definitely. But when a man is about to breathe his last breath, it is very rare that men don't cry. With the history of people in this country, especially brown-skinned people, men have been dying unjustly, and some have been caught up for things that they've done, just and unjustly. And it's when they get to that final moment of when those tears start to pour and life starts to go into full perspective, that our man really wants to know, did he live out his full purpose? There's so many people who die every day that say, did I fulfill everything I wanted to do? Did I do enough? Did I waste my time here? Did I do right for my kids? Did I have kids? Did I waste my time not having kids? Did I waste my money? Should I have given my money to other people? Should I have been more loving, more respectful, more this, more that? And I've seen so many times when people say their life flashes before their eyes that when they're given that second chance, they change their whole life around. But what about the people who don't? Let me ask you a question. Does the serial killer get a chance to pray for forgiveness before they die? Does the person who neglected their children, mothers, fathers, do they get to get recompense from their babies? See, one of the things that bothers me the most, especially when people do folks wrong, you have, especially with people of color in this country, like I said, you have people who will say, I was a racist and I did this and I did this and I want forgiveness. And only death makes them want to be forgiven. There's a story of a young lady or an older woman who, before she died, she said she was haunted by the ghost of a young girl who got killed because of what she said she did in racist America. And as she was older, going into her last breaths, she kept seeing that little girl pop up in her room and stare at her, and it bothered her soul. Deep conversation, because Death is something that we praise in hip hop way too often. I'll kill you, I'll shoot you, you a op, you a merc, I'll come get you, blah, 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 blah. It's like we're praising the coffin and not giving life, love, peace, unity, and having fun its place. And I'm telling you, life is so much more than the misery that people try to put on you. I mean, I think about this song quite often. And the reason why I think about this song is because in my life, there's things I want to do and things I have not done and things I've always wanted that I haven't achieved. And I wonder, is my life going to be purposeful? Or will I shed tears about the things I was not able to do? I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. Ever since my father and mother died, more so my father, because that was the most recent, I've been thinking about dying every day. And it's the most hardest lesson I've ever had to, this is the hardest lesson I've ever had to learn. Because some people like, I'm an orphan now. No, I know my parents. I'm not a damn orphan. I'm a survivor of I'm a survivor and holder of a legacy of a name that I would love to live longer besides me. And as a person that lives, we now have people growing old who regret not having children or not going on trips. We have people who are going to jail and seeing their lives leave them while they're sitting behind bars, behind one choice that they made. There was a song I heard by another artist from the South. It's called 15 Seconds. And it says, the 15 seconds, you can either give your world away or you could gain forever with your faith. The power of life and death is within the tongue. And that's why this song, to me, is one of the most important songs ever made. Because at the end of the day, a man will always cry when his world comes to an end. And that's why I beg y'all who are of the hip hop culture, don't let the end of our hip hop world come because everybody wants to be tough. Everybody wants to kill somebody else, or everybody wants to get high over sexed. Preach life into your babies by giving them this hip hop culture. Teach them about breakdancing so we don't have that Olympic stuff ever happen again. Please. Teach them about the beats, the breaks. Show them, have them listen to different music and different parts of hip hop. Introduce them to conscious music. Introduce them to Tribe Called Quest. Don't just give them the ops and drill and trap music. Show them positive music. Give them that. Give them something that helps them think. You may not like KRS-One or Public Enemy, but Black History Month, that's stuff we should be playing. We should teach them about Miles Davis and Biggie Smalls and Tupac and Whitney Houston, Guru, Heavy D, and giving these children more. Because if not, and we keep giving them death as the example, then death they will follow. And then where's your conscience when it comes to your children crying over their lives when they're potentially facing death? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. There was a young man I know, his family, and this young man died in the hospital, but he was resuscitated. And he said he went to heaven, and heaven was a beautiful place. But then he had a very sad face and said, but everybody's not gonna go. Me personally, I don't do everything right in this life. And I know I make mistakes, but I pray never to be somewhere where I can't go and be at peace forever and forevermore. And the hope that all Black folks have is that our parents and our loved ones are in heaven and we can reunite with them. Please, and I'm asking you, do what it takes to be good people and to have a good legacy in this world. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to lay down and see death when it comes for us one day. And I want you to ask yourself, is that the life worth living and having? You want to die with blessed assurance to know that there's something better when you leave here. And I believe in Christ in heaven. So I pray that Yeshua HaMashiach and the Most High God of heaven and earth accepts me as a member, a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, more than to be condemned to a world or have to do all this pain again or live in sorrow forever. I pray that there's something better and I can be blessed enough to get there. So I ask you this question. Is the battle for life or death worth the story and worth the information given by those who are not only living this life, but is it worth being told so you can learn to look at your life? The Bible says it's better to be in the house of mourning because it reminds you of your place with God than to be in the house of joy where you forget everything and you just live recklessly. In this song, this man had a chance to live a new chapter in life, but instead he returned to a life that hurt somebody, and ultimately he was hurt fatally in the end. The revolution will not be televised, but it will be lived and thought in your mind, and your actions will be the show that will determine the outcome of your life. So let me ask you a question. I Seen a Man Die by Scarface. Is that the greatest story ever rhymed? Does it reflect life? Does it make you think? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this show, please subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. Follow Heritage Hip Hop on all social media, and more so, be prepared for the Heritage Hip Hop Award show. Well, it's not a show, but we're going to post the Heritage Hip Hop Awards August 31st on all social media and on YouTube in the post. And salute to everybody that's nominated. Hey, man, I have nothing else to say. I love doing this show. Make sure you subscribe to heritagehiphop.com. If you would like to help build this platform, hit the like button, comment, share the video. And please, Cash App us. $ Heritage Hip Hop. We're trying to build. We're not trying. We're building this platform, and we want this platform to grow and be great. So may the Most High bless you. And remember, some people say we only live once. I beg to differ. We only die once. You live every day. So please make your life great by living to the best of your ability and pulling people up with you, not holding them back, because we're not meant to be gods and lords over our fellow man. We're called to be gods and to share godlyhood with our fellow man. So may the Most High bless you. Peace. And I'm out.
Real hip hop. Real hip hop. We here. Real